You guys ask those questions, I'll answer them here. We've got the Discord group questions, and I'm going to go through the YouTube comments as well. Welcome in, guys. I hope you're liking this. Subscribe if you are. Like if you also enjoy this, and we'll get into it here. We got the details Dark Horse, just more asking around head-to-head. Saying he loves my stuff. Hope your team claims top spot. Thank you. It is the people. It's going to be all for the peoples. If the head-to-head team wins, we're spreading it around. That's for sure. Not too fussing overall, but I've done pretty well getting inside top 125 at one point. Focusing on head-to-head in my own league. Awesome. So you should be in a good spot. With 14 trades left, I wouldn't be stressing too much on round 13, my man. In terms of improving your bench, you got Moale, Tass, Edric Lee, Peoples. Yeah, there's a few cheap guys in there, which is obviously a little bit of an issue. And I think now, if you've got guys that you don't think are going to be keepers, it could be like just waiting a little bit until you find potential cash cows that you could, trade up to, or sideways trade to, or downgrade to. If it's an Isaiah Tass, for example, then trying to get to a 220 guy. If you think someone like Xavier Savage could make a bit of money, then he could be someone you jump on this week. But really, it's all about being patient and making sure you select the correct guys from here on in. So cash cows will come up. There will be injuries. There will be suspensions. So I'd probably wait around on that and try and hold on to those 14 trades for this week, potentially, unless you want to go one trade to Savage and roll that dice. But completely up to you on that one. And just building to get keepers at this point, my man. Other than that, you've got guys like Ilias, you've got Crichton, these types of guys that aren't keepers that you could eventually move, upgrade or downgrade guys to and improve the bench just slightly. I think that would help you out a little bit on that one. So that's the first question. I hope that helps. What's your thoughts on Grant throughout this origin period? Hold or sell? I would have been selling him last week if you're going to sell him. Now I think he's going to be a hold personally. Even if he comes back to the Storm and plays like 50 minutes, I think that's going to be worth it, holding him in your side. You're going to want him eventually in the end. All right, let's go D-Vela. Just a quick help on here. Clearly stuck on my trades. Who should I trade out and who for? I was thinking trading Crichton and Ilias to a gun. Harris are getting a cheapie. The only cheapie I'd be going for is Savage. That's only my thoughts. I'd probably make those two trades this week and go from there. Blackie currently rate 106 with 12 players for round 13 and 17 trades in the bank, which is nice. 185k. I think you're doing two trades, Schiller and Stephen Crichton to Savage and Garrick. Yeah, I don't mind that. Thanks, Scoop, for jumping in there as well. Any suggestions on my current team and trades for round 13? We spoke about this one, I think. Yeah, Kempy, we did that one. Awesome. All right, let's jump into a few of the others that tagged me. What's your thoughts on Blake Brayley as a replacement hooker for Starling post round 13? I think he's okay, but he's not a keeper, so I'd probably stay away from Blakey if possible. Would Josh Jackson to Angus Crichton be worth it? I've had a few people ask me that, and I think it's a bit silly. Yes, he hasn't had the perfect last week. It's 1 week. He'll be okay. Even on the edge, he's not going to get 36 every week. It might be a 45 to 50, but he's more likely to really dominate through the middle and get you 55 to 60. I think it would be the way that I'm going with that one there. All right, let's move to pump out all those YouTube comments. Jackson All Star, 15 trades left. Looking to get rid of Moale and potentially Starling to Tohu and Savage. I feel like you can wait on Starling, my man. Now I'm speaking about like TK. We've been listening to him too much. Have Ilias as well. If I bring into Tohu and my team is looking solid. Yeah. I think I'd just hold Starling this week, but I understand why you'd want to move him on. If you're just looking for head-to-head, then that's fine too. Jamie Cullen is in a ranked 106, 12 player. I already spoke about that one. All right, who are we thinking? Jamie Manu, Garrick, Campbell to bring in. I'm thinking Manu first. Would be ideal just because he has a dual position. Have Cotter, Cleary, Haas, IPAP, Stephen Crichton have 15 trades. Are any of them trades this week? I would personally say just Stephen Crichton would be the one. The other guys are keepers, so up to you how you want to play that one. Potentially Haas, a few people have mentioned this to me. This makes a lot of sense that he's obviously carrying a little bit of a shoulder issue, and if he plays big minutes in Origin, they probably won't back him up in round 14. I can see that as being potential, and if you think that's going to be the case, then maybe you trade him out this week and bring him back at the end. I can understand why people would be doing that, but I also like holding him as well. Harris or Crichton, flip a coin on that one. Thankfully, I have Harris already and can make that one, makes that decision a lot easier. 11 trades, I've strongly got a stack of Origin players as well. It's good that you have a lot of Origin players because that means you have a lot of guns in your team. But if you have 11 trades left, maybe just making one trade would be the only way to go, or just holding this week and dealing with it. What do you think of Cody Walker, Tuolangi, 11 trades left, stack of Origin players? Yeah, that's what he said. Okay, thank you for giving me more context. If you got Kelma, I'd probably, with Kelma, Cody, you probably hold. Kelma, you probably downgrade. You can do it to Savage this week, or you could wait till next week, my man. All right, I've officially taken over TK's body for this video. I traded Dearden, Nikora, Tuolangi for Tohu, Elliot, Butcher. Elliott, I think, yeah, I agree with Brett there. Probably hold off on him. He's going to be like that 45-minute kind of player, and he's scoring really well in accordance with that, but there's only so long that he can make extra money for you, and he's in the 500s now. So I think Butcher's a better play, but just be aware that Tupouniua's, got this starting job back, and if he goes well, he might keep that. Butcher might be a 50-60 minute kind of player. We'll work that out as we go, but I think the trade outs are fine. I would just potentially go for a Savage or only make 2 trades in this one here. But thanks for Brett there. Appreciate that help for sure. And if you are someone that likes to jump in and help in the comments, guys, it is really nice. If I haven't seen a lot of the comments yet and people want obviously quick feedback, then if you jump in, that's really, really helpful for me as well. So if I see your name in there, thank you very much. So cheers, Brett, for getting in there. Thoughts on these trades? I know I'm using 3, but I feel it's necessary. Crichton to Manu, Haas to Harris, Leo Thompson to Angus Crichton. Yeah, go for it. I'm happy with that. All really good. Thanks for the help again. Crichton and Schiller to Garrick and Savage. Yep, that'll work. 18 trades, but now I'm using all 4 this week. Yeah, I like that, Joshy. This is what you saved them for, to pump them in round 13. Rank 137. Yeah, exactly. You'll be in the top 100 if you pump the 4 trades this week. Randall to Manu. Yes, please. Arrow to Tohu. Yes, please. All right. TJ Mashega, Burton or JJ or Angus Crichton. Burton or Crichton, I think. Both going to be keepers. JJ, not really sure. Either one. Yeah, cheers, Brett. Get in there. Both DPP. Thanks, Brett. Killing it. I love this. Ramsey a buy. Potentially around 14. Yep. Not right now. Thinking of trade Ilias out for Butcher and Grant for Harris. Have Cotter to cover Grant moving forward, and I came into this round with 15 trades. Thoughts, please, mate. Just be aware that Cotter might miss out next week. Not 100% chance that he backs up. Is Haas still a hold? Yes, if you've got 3 Lost Origin guys. Otherwise, sell to around 13 guy like Harris or Crichton. I don't mind the theory. Just spoke about that. If you are going Haas, understand it, and it's this week only. Ilias straight top to Tohu. Was thinking possibly DCE to Angus. I have 16 trades before these. Leaves me at 133 for next week. I'd hold DCE as well. Yeah, good work, Brady. Love ya. It's doing Ilias to Crichton. Good, and just hold Taff, a good option. Yeah, that's fine. If you can do Taff to Crichton, probably not. Ilias to Crichton's decent as well. Coruscant or Robson, and Garrick or Manu. I've answered those 2 questions. I think Coruscant just, and then Manu just over Garrick as well, who you can hold for the rest of the year. I think many of us may trade Starling in 14, not have another hooker, or have Grant, who may be rested or play reduced minutes. Unless you're getting Marnie, I think you need to grab one of those 2 as a second hooker this round. Yeah, it's a pretty cool call. Brady, nice work there. Managed to keep adding trades, 12-0. My head comment. Yes, Nick. Just need to make the right trades. It should be good throughout the end of the season. Good stuff. Love that. Joey Manu or Garrick. Yep, I'm going Manu just. Love your videos. Thank you. Traded in Ponga for Paps when he got injured. Think he would fire with an easier schedule. Would you trade him for Garrett Campbell or keep him? Hope you recover some form. I think you can go get rid of it now. He misses at least 2 games, potentially more, and isn't scoring well. So going for Garrick, I think, would be the way to go. These trades good. Ilias and Haas to Burton and Butcher. Is there anyone else over Burton and Butcher? Just all the other guys I spoke about. If you don't have them, then go for those guys. All right. Hey, Jamie, love the show. I need some advice. Thank you, Andy. Looking at 3 trades this week. Krita to Tohu. Ilias to Angus. Lee to Savage. Yeah, I don't really like the last one. It's very sideways to me. I feel like you're bringing in Savage just to be able to upgrade elsewhere. So the other 2 are sweet. Should I leave so the trade? Yeah, just do the top 2. If you can do that, easy. Done. Who's a better buy, Harris or Crichton? Flip a coin. All right. Have made 1 trade with Nanai to Manu. Should I go Andrew Fafita to Savage? I have 14 people playing and 13 trades without Fafita trade. 46k bank without. I think you probably hold Nanai. I understand why you're doing it, but he's got a bit of cash to make. With those 268s, he's got probably 50 to 100k to make, but then you can move him on for round 17, would be my theory. He's going to play limited minutes off the bench, so he should back up definitely and still play big minutes for the Cows, I'd say. Averillo, he just got 2 tries on the weekend. I can't see it happening again. Thoughts on Starling to Tohu? I don't want to sell anyone else in my team, and Starling's probably going to be a sell next week anyway. If you've got enough, man, if you've got enough players this week, you're fine with that, then do it. I think that's cool. You're obviously going to lose some cash. Would you do Ilias to Savage and pocket the 250? This will give me 14 plays this week and 740 in the bank. I would personally just go up. Ilias straight to a gun, man. I'd just do that instead. Thanks, Super. Appreciate that. Upgrade into a keeper. All right. Does anyone understand what's happening in these messages? Can anyone read it properly? You said you're going to bring in Crichton, but do you think he'll make his way into that Origin side? They got Frizzell on the extended bench, so I think with Crichton out, I think Frizzell's the more likely one to come in. And then exactly what Alex said, he has that buy in round 17, so not a big issue if we're being honest there. Starling to Watson, Arrow to Manu. Thoughts? By the way, I have no money in the bank. Well, that's fine. If you want to do those two, sweet. If you're happy with not getting Starling's points, that's cool. With 13 trades remaining, should I use 2 trades in order to get Tohu? I want to save trades, but I really want Harris, and I need to trade Starling. You don't have to trade Starling. You could use the 2. 13's a bit of an issue. Maybe get... It's hard. You can get Tohu over the next few weeks, or you just wait till 18. I understand you're probably going to make a little bit of cash on this bunch of weeks, but up to you how you want to do that. If you want to trade Starling, you can downgrade, upgrade. Up to you on that one. Obviously, you can't see your team, which hurts. Any love for Paul Vaughan or Gerbo? Cheers, Jamie. Keep it up. Thanks, Dylan. I did think about... I obviously mentioned Gerbo, I think, in one of the recent videos, but I think, he's going to be around that 50 mark, and same with Vaughan. They'll be just under. I think... in a similar ilk to the Fisher Harrises and stuff like that. I think they're going to score somewhere around that high 40s mark and be solid. But, yeah, just both not for me. If I'm honest, I just think they're... don't have... Like, Vaughan, you can average... can hit a few decent scores, but then have a few light ones as well. And Gerbo's just going to be sitting around that spot. I feel like Fisher Harris has a little bit more of an upside in him over this next bunch of weeks with a lot of players out. So that's the theory I went there. All not incredible options, to be honest, but I wouldn't be going personally for those two. But up to you. Campbell or Manu, got the cash for both. I would go Manu. I got Cody Walker, but I had a look at his fixture between 9 and 20. They aren't favourable at all. Playing long term, bringing in Burton right now, who plays 13 against his old team, will make cash. Seems like a good idea. Yes, it does. Nice work, Daniel Redmond. Okay, a few more to go. Campbell, hey Jamie, who would be the better option now? Drinkwater, Cobbo, or Farnworth for my third week fullback? Already have Manu and Garrick. Loving the videos. Just think about it for next week, man. Yeah, Hines, Teddy, these kind of guys are going to be better. I wouldn't worry about bringing in another round 13 guy, especially if you've got the Hines, the Teddys, potentially Pappenhausen back soon as well. It could be a good option. Ilias to Savage, King to Tohu, Hastings to Crichton, Penasini to Garrick. Whew, that's a lot. I reckon just do 3. 12 trades less to do. They still need IPAP plus a gun, half, and hooker though. Yeah, maybe don't do the upgrade for Penasini to Garrick. Maybe hold off on that one. Or hold off on the Crichton one and get IPAPs next week. I think would be a better. So King's got to go. Ilias can go. That's a definite, those two. And then maybe try and do one of those trades and leave a bit extra in the bank so you can upgrade to get IPAPs. I'd say would be more important than getting an extra one this week. Because if you get IPAPs in the next few weeks, you get him for round 17, if that makes sense. Adam Fraser, thoughts on Starling to Brown right now? Brown. Which Brown? I'm lost. Famanu? Starling possibly not scoring much and only going down in value. Yeah, you can or you can move him next week. Lukey Moore, 15 trades and thinking of doing Ilias and Hastings to Appy and Tohu. That's pretty cool. At least with 13 trades here in the bank, hooker cover and no half cover. Or I just do Ilias to Tohu but no hooker cover. We're going to have no cover on both. I think they're both decent trades. If Stig doesn't make top 8, can we safely say he's lost the plot? Potentially, man. Who knows? It's just that culture at the moment. They're obviously getting a bit better, but... yeah. New Zealand Goated, I've been watching all your videos, but I'm still confused. All right, let's unconfuse you. I'm holding players like Hunt, Cook, Hines, Cleary, or do I trade them? Only trade I've made is Critter to Manu, or should I go to Garrick? I think Manu's cool. Just stick with the one trade, man. Hold the other 4. The Origin guys. I think you'll be fine in doing that. No stress there at all. Got the same question. Hey James, TBJ just a hold now that he's injured, or should he be moved on? Well, he misses 13, potentially 14 if he's not back yet, and then he'll be 17 at least. If you don't think he's a keeper, then you can move him on. If you have enough trades, move him on. If you don't have enough trades, hold. Hope that helps. Thank you, Raksha, for the love. Thoughts on Takiaho, mate? Another one I didn't mention. Another guy that's probably going to be around that mid-40s to high 40s kind of guy. If you want him, you can. If you don't, it's also fine. But he's doing really well lately. I spoke about him in one of those recent videos. Angus or Butcher? I think Angus. Should I sell DCE? Probably not. You can go one of the other guys. I know he's had a couple of quieter games, but DCE is a guy you're going to want forever. There's a bunch of marginal other guys that you could go. Payne Haas would probably go before DCE. Nanai to Butcher. I think Nanai's probably a hold. It's a little bit sideways. Not sure what's going to happen with Butcher's role going forward, so that would be that. And last one, Dylan Nguyen. Hey, mate, what do we think about Fogarty's been given the call kicking duties with Croker out indefinitely? Fogs with a big injury, I think we've got to stay clear of him. He didn't score that incredibly well on the weekend, so I think just hold off on him. There's other better guys in the wing fullbacks, the halves, the backs, the hooking position and the mids, so you could get over someone like him. Hope that helped a lot, guys, and jumped in with all your questions. Appreciate all your questions you're sending me in, obviously giving me a fair bit of content and hopefully helping you guys out. I appreciate you all for being here. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. See you later.